Gonna be playing
Now
some
we
Dungeons
started.
and Dragons.
No! Gross!
No? What happened?
Ew. Makes me feel weird inside.
I have that effect. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Aw. All right, so we're
What
playing
the
some Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Following the ongoing campaign of the Morpheus Edge, following the Dawnforged Company, who have recently found themselves in the Triple Realm, one of the places inside of the Abyss. One of the many layers, layers 45 through 48. Yeah, that's a specific detail you needed. They have basically been taunted by Nikoloths, the once tormentor and owner of Zephyr, who is a demon who has an estate on this level of the Abyss. They've found out that since Zephyr's last been here, that Nikoloths' power has only grown. He's even taken the second place and right hand to Grazd in this, taking over from the previous second in command. What's his name? Brian, come on, Brian, where is it? Selazad. Selazad, who they defeated and stole the shadow off of to get her history. And upon viewing that history through Shadow Drinker, an enchanted, amazing, cool dagger that Uza, the rogue, has, he experienced some of the pain of Selazad being flayed alive and being poured into liquid metal that you can bend to your will, and Selazad used it to keep her body together while being banished to the mirrored realm. Upon
I
I don't know what's happening, but I love it. All right.
Terminator!
Oh, okay. For 2 minutes, I gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
And then
Keep your clothes.
upon viewing this, the bits of Felikag, the dream steel that Uza had collected onto his arrows, immediately encased his body, forming a thin layer and cooking him inside just a tiny bit for 50 points of fire damage. And then
60.
60.
Rare.
Yeah, some.
Medium rare?
Bloodscale tried to help by swinging his axe into it and trying to pull the Dreamsteel off. Instead, the Dreamsteel on his axe morphed and drew into and covered Uza as well before disappearing into somewhere on Uza's body.
I had a question about that.
Yeah.
It was in. I did the perception check.
Yeah.
Shit's under my skin.
Was it just the new Dream Steel? Because if it's pulled all of it, that's going to get really weird.
No, just the latest layer that was on
Okay,
top
cool.
of it. No, I know it's made of. Yeah, that would have gotten real fucked real quick.
Your axe is gone.
Are you
Look at
lucky?
me. I am the
Yes,
axe
I'm
guy.
using
If
this
it-
giant psychic maul.
If the axe didn't have wills already imbued inside of it, you might have had a problem, but it didn't.
Yeah. Dragons.
And then, following down through the mirrored realm, you guys saw the bits of Selazat also trying to pursue the boat and try to get onto it. Luckily, you guys stayed far enough away, and there were no more traps set, and you proceeded into the next level of the Triple Realm. Upon going into this new layer, you saw a cold blue sun burning in the sky, and other than that, the sky is completely black. No stars, no moons, no nothing. And then it started to snow. The snow, the instant it touched your bodies, sizzled in with a freaking really unpleasantly, like getting touched by boiling water rather than snow, as this place is very strange. You follow, but eventually you're able to pull into the city of Zelatar itself, seeing the masses outside of it, known as the Wretched, kind of just trying to camp out, trying to get out of this burning snow, trying to find a way back into the city, trying to do anything but what they're most likely going to do, which is die. You saw several crushed at the gates, some devourers at the gates, even eating the souls of those who tried to run through or weren't fortunate enough to get away from the gate in time. And then you were dropped off in front of a rather civilized, oddly civilized looking casino. It was known as very kind of strange. Once you get into the city, everything is oddly normal. The streets not paved in blood or anything, but cobblestone. The denizens who walk around are not horribly deformed or anything like that. Most even have a pretty decent, set of threads on. But you're dropped off outside of the Alavara parlor, and Zephyr knows this as one of the, as under the Dioria family, one of the main purveyors of scheming and pleasures to be found inside of the city, and this is their kind of main casino, one of many, but this one is is incredibly well known and refined, even serving Zrintor wine from decapitated serpent branches from the viper trees. But upon entering, you were instantly on the casino floor, and while trying to find who to talk to, you, through a very good perception check, found that there were chips that flew up from between the floorboards and into your pockets, and everybody eventually had one in their pockets as you headed upstairs. After securing a room from Sharn Diorio, who set you up upstairs, and then you saw on the wall a million bells for whatever things. You threw up the tent and slept inside of it rather than sleeping outside of it or anywhere in this building. But we're undisturbed. You woke up in the morning trying to decide on what was going to be the best plan of action. When you headed downstairs to leave the casino after packing everything up, you had a package waiting for you. And
don't say it with that tone.
Sharn Dioria hands you...
You had a package waiting for you. Is that
See,
better?
that's better. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
You had a package waiting for you.
That tone fits the orgy room, which I've already left. Thank you very much.
Yes, the severed tail of poor Mesnos, with a note saying, "Took you long enough."
I don't like it.
So I'm going to wrap the base of the tail.
Can I Arcana check the tail to make sure that it's authentic or at least not magic?
Sure. Go and give me a check. 20. Yeah. From what you can tell, it seems there's a bit of magic in the blood, which you would expect from Mesnos. There's nothing about it that indicates that it is not Mesnos' tail.
There's like no transformation spell or anything.
No
illusion.
overlying spells, no anything except for a trace of magic in the blood.
So I'm just going to wrap the base of the tail like in bandages, and I'm going to pass it over to let's put it in the back. I can reattach it later.
And as you pick it up, the tail itself is still warm.
Jesus. Should we put this thing on ice or?
Matter.
Okay. Druid magic works if you keep the tail warm still.
Just helps
Can
with
I
problems.
Gotcha.
can I do a medicine check to see if the tail is warm just because it's so hot here, or if it's body heat, like
Sure.
fresh?
Yeah, roll a medicine check for me.
Nope.
6.
I don't even want to touch it. Nah, I'm good.
You got to touch it, but you don't really want to feel the warmth, so you just kind of look at it, and you're like, the blood seems like... Oh, God.
Ooh, what's that?
All right, Scrying Divination. So this is a casting time of 10 minutes. Where are you going to cast this?
Is there like a back room?
You'd have to.
We have the room in the tent, don't we? Or did we already leave that?
We're
Yeah, you
downstairs
left
now.
that and packed it up. You're downstairs. now.
Nerd. We could just set up
Go
the
back
tent
up
in the
to the room.
street.
We still technically have the room though, so we could go back up really quick.
Yeah.
So I'm like, can we please go back up into the room really quick?
Of course. Checkout isn't for another hour. Enjoy. Shall I send anything else up to enjoy?
No!
Very well.
Not unless you want to lose your tongue.
Oh, damn.
Here would be the worst place to threaten me. But if you insist, continue.
I just leave and go upstairs.
Demons, am I right?
So that implies there's better places to threaten it.
That does. Yeah. That's good to know.
On a scale of 1 to, yeah, probably.
That's like a 7.
Perfect.
Okay, so we
you
go back
guys-
upstairs and we're in the
I'm
room.
going in the room and I'm gonna scry.
Perfect. Okay.
Meanwhile, Zarek's gonna confer with everybody about checking pockets for more tokens since we were
Oh,
down in
Yeah.
Tokenville.
I'll mage hand to see if I have anything in my pocket.
Yep, you find a token in your pocket.
I'm gonna float it up and put it on the nearest table. There's a little table nearby.
Yep, little tables.
Same. We're gonna make a pile.
Perfect. So you guys.
Does anybody
slowly-
else want me to feel around in their pockets with my invisible hand?
Yeah. While I'm
Yes,
not
please.
while
Alright,
I'm
I'll,
on the spell, one of you guys do it.
Perfect.
I'll
So
assist.
yeah, you go
So-
ahead and pick one out. There's one in every pocket. And so you end up with a total of 7.
What if we just collect these and like throw them all? No, because we want to pocket them. Kind of pocket them.
Well, we
can make
want
it
to
rain
keep
downstairs.
them for now. I'll
Yeah,
talk
okay.
to you guys about it after I'm done with the spell.
Fair enough.
I just we're doing the chip thing.
There's a thing we can do with the chips.
I just opened the bag of holdings so the mage hand can just throw them in.
Toss it in.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Perfect.
so
you cast it in.
scrying.
And then
Yep.
what are you? I have to ask. What are you scrying on? You said Mesnos? Oh, I'm so shocked. Okay. All right. So let me read this out here. So I can... Yeah, you
Well,
definitely
and-
know them well. You have and you have a definite physical connection.
And he would
Uh,
know I'm scrying too.
Oh yeah, he would not try to resist it at all. Or no,
But-
wait a minute.
Oh, uh-oh.
If he was ordered, he would
Ooh,
try
the
to resist it.
unintentional reveal.
Don't save me. I'm all noble and
Well,
shit.
he has a minus 10 even if he wants to because you have a body part.
Yep,
Okay.
that was exactly
Jesus.
why I wanted to do it.
Okay, and that's a what's the saving throw on this? Wisdom? Yeah, wisdom. One second. But I didn't have, this is not a character sheet I thought I'd be using today. That's fun.
Oh, you need mass notices?
Yeah.
Alright, one sec. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that's super funny. We both rolled the
Oh,
same
no.
thing. 17 minus
Minus
10.
10.
So that's a 7.
Why does one of them have +7 and the only one have plus?
6. I don't know.
One
I
was
used-
one probably rolled in D&D Beyond, and one was not. One was
That's
rolled in
probably it,
Roll20.
So, as you finish the ritual,
I
you-
probably leveled the boy up on D&D Beyond, but not Roll20.
could be.
That's what I would do.
So you guys watch as Zephyr finishes the ritual, and she kind of sits cross-legged. And as you sit down, you guys see this flash of a like what looks like vines growing around her and up and into her head. Just this kind of gold magic that makes it up and into her head. And then she looks upwards. You see her eyes glow. Zephyr, as you look up, feeling the magic take hold, your vision is pulled up through the levels. You see fleeting flashes and sounds of pleasure and horror as you fly through the casino, up through the top of the building, and then
I'm paying really close attention to the surroundings.
as the sensor follows and it drops to the starts following the Salt River for a little bit, and then it pops up, and then as it does, you recognize things from your childhood. There's a marketplace that was always close down from the house. You recognize none of the vendors or anything. It's all been gone through. All the stores seem different, but it's just the same structures in the same place. And as you continue through this, darting through, you come up onto the estate where your house used to be. The gates are familiar and have been left with your family name on it. The name has been scratched out, and Menelephis' name has been put over it, as if to remind people that he can take what he wants. As you fly through the estate, things go very quickly from here. It goes black, and then all of a sudden, there's flashes of all sorts of different things. You go through, there's greenery, there's machinery, there's a flash of something black, something red, something on fire. There's all sorts of these different sensations that go by so quickly you can't really even parse them. And then you come to the arena that you've known so well and hated so much, and up to Menelephis' throne where he watches normally. On his lap, you see Mesnos. He has a collar on. His tail has been cut. And you see him with a look of shame as he looks up and he looks away, and Menelephis sees this. I knew you'd scry on him. Don't worry. I'll train him the same way I trained you. After all, to the victor go to the spoils. Isn't that right, girl? You see Mesnos looks to you, and he shakes his head. Oh, it's okay. You can speak. And as he says speak, you see Mesnos stays, and he tries to be solemn about it. Do you break the spell?
No.
And as you continue to watch, he pulls on the leash, and you see that the collar has spikes on it, and they dig into Mesnos. And as you do, he tries to hold, and then one more yank, and you see blood start to pull from the collar, and then you hear just the slightest, faintest woof. That's enough for you. And and then Menelephis gestures towards your spell, and it shatters.
All right, so I'm sitting on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Are there physical vines around me, or was that just magic vines?
Just magic vines. They shatter and fall around you as the spell finishes.
What is nearest to me in the room?
That would be your staff, which you would have had to use for the spellcasting focus with the crystal ball and everything.
What kind of furniture is in the room?
There's a bunch of small tables, and there's always the gigantic bed, never too far away.
Yeah, so I get up and I grab a table.
And I restrain her because if she breaks anything in here and we have to pay for it, that's going to be a problem.
Like
All right.
what paying for it means bad stuff.
Are you... Bloodscale is trying to stop you. Do you let him?
I'm struggling, but I don't want to hurt him, so I'm basically struggling.
If you wanted to.
I know I could, but I don't want to accidentally hit you.
Contested strength check if you still want to smash this thing.
I fucking smash something.
All right, perfect. Let's get a strength checks from both of you.
What is that? Just straight up strength roll.
Do I have advantage? I think I do because of totem.
Yeah, you do from totem. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Okay, so
Almost.
She's a little slippery.
so you guys watch.
This is the orgy room. I mean, if one thing of furniture isn't
Oh my
broken,
God.
He's gotta be slippery.
I mean, it would be slippery.
You guys watch as Zephyr goes to pick up a table, and then Bloodscale kind of goes over it and like puts his hands over her arms, expecting to be able to, and then like you see he holds it and he tries to look at her, but then she pulls up violently, and you see his arms buck for a second, and then he pushes him back down to hold her in place. Surprised.
Don't break shit we can't pay for.
Let me go. Right now. Please.
As soon as she says please.
I yank away, and I'm like pulling my hair out at this point. Not literally, but you know, like her fists are white, and she's pacing. She's like, I expected this. I expected it. I knew it was gonna fucking happen. Alright, so we need to hit up a bank. I need money, and gold isn't gonna work where we need to get information from. So
I pull a I pull a set of studded leather armor out of the bag. Here, you can rip this up. I don't give a fuck.
She's just gonna throw it on the ground and beat the shit out of it for no reason.
You guys watch Zephyr just go to town on this leather, like just slaying it through.
She's tanning it again. She's tanning it again.
At one point, you bite off a giant chunk of it in your fury, and go ahead and mark off that leather. It is completely ruined now by the
Fine.
fury.
Nobody
of
was
the
using
blade.
it.
We need to go to the Bank of Gehenna, and I need cash so that we can trade it for soul gems, which is the preferred currency for anything we need to get information from.
Alright.
I hand her 100 platinum.
Damn.
I am
Balla
taking-
balla bills.
I will take 100 platinum.
Go and mark 100 platinum in your inventory.
Oh,
Said you need the money to trade.
Thank you. Alright, so we go back downstairs,
Perfect.
and I talk to the front man. Say,
You'll
point me to the bank, please.
Bank of Gehenna, of course. Follow the Salt River. If you follow out here, take a left. You can't miss it. Just follow the river until you see the gold. It flows. Well, it used to flow. You'll see a small, what starts as a stream. Follow that. It'll take you directly to them. Don't try to steal any of it, though. I mean, or you could try, but it is guarded.
And where's Zulrukoth at now? Is he still in the same spot?
Zulrukoth? Oh, yes. Yeah, Zulrukoth as well. Like, you would suspect him being of the same place because of the nature of how he earned his money.
Okay. Let's see, who else am I gonna ask about? Inatuous? The
Sorry,
Lamia?
Oh,
Hunters.
yes, the hunters. You know that that she lurks in a Coeus. So I meant it, but I guess it doesn't in a Coeus. But anyway, she lives in in the Undercity, the sewers of the city. You know, down there, that's where the hunters usually are based.
Alright, so I don't really need to ask him aside from... Do you know where Six Finger is?
Six Finger. You're here for... Well, Six Finger is going to be at the near the gates of this city. If you head to the gates, and you can't miss it. Just look for his symbol, which is a glove with 6 fingers. Large, cold building.
Thank you.
Of
And I
course.
toss him, I don't know, I toss him a few gold.
Very good. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun. I'm marking off that gold. And I'm gonna head out with everybody, lead the way to the bank first.
Perfect. Okay.
Once we're outside, Zarek is gonna mention getting the tokens out of pockets again.
Perfect.
We could
Since we
use those.
once again cross the
We might be
floor.
able to exchange those for soul gems as well, so
We'll put them in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay, mark another 7.
Would they have an exchange? I mean, they probably have an exchange here. Or do banks usually do? I don't know about D&D casinos. Do banks in hell do an exchange for casino-specific magical token?
I don't know.
we
it's
could
first
hold
try.
on. We could farm this. Are there actually still 7 in the? I'm gonna go to the bag of holding and try and pull out as many as we have.
You're gonna
Do
have
what
to
you
run
can.
checks, you dingus.
How are you doing that?
Mage hand.
I believe you have to put your actual hand into the bag.
Nope.
No,
I
I
looked it
just
up.
asked this at the beginning of the.
I
the
wasn't
game.
here. I was grabbing
Oh,
something. I
okay.
think. Okay.
He was eating lasagna.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay. Oh, you guys Sage devised it.
What?
Did you use Sage Advice?
I did.
Yeah, that's
I
what.
can
that's
pull
what
it up
I
again.
heard. No, I believe you.
Okay.
All right, so you walk up and
Oh,
then you
it's a website.
toss your hand into. How many do you want to pull out?
As many as we have. Every soul
So-
token.
So it'd be the 7 before you went up, and then you have 7 in your pockets now.
So 14 overall.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna keep
We could
crossing
just-
the.
Yeah, we can just go in and out of the casino,
Just keep walking the floor.
and then build up a ton of money pretty quick. Honestly, right?
That is Ty's face thinking, "Motherfuckers, I didn't think of that."
I don't
Oh,
want to
no.
waste time,
By all
so
means, do.
That's all right. We probably wouldn't be able to get him past the guy. Anyway, it's a thought. It's a plan B. Put a big old B on it.
so as we're walking, I'm gonna start speaking quietly while we're on the bank. I'm gonna tell them about the Ustranich family and the hunters, and that the hunters are related to the Flynn Brotherhood. And they
Wait,
might
what?
be able to help us.
What are you talking about?
So do you want
Hold
me
on.
to
break it down for us?
Do you want me to exposition it, or is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you can
Okay, sure.
share the thing. I'm
So-
gonna start talking, but
So as
basically update them with the stuff.
as she's walking, she tells you about first the Ustranek family. They're run by a Nabasu known as Zolrukoth, who rose to notoriety by stealing a ring with the seal of Grazd and issuing build orders for his house, fines for other families, and even took a withdrawal from the Bank of Gehenna in Grazd's name. Instead of being killed, Grazd let him keep what he had stolen under the condition that if anybody else succeeded in stealing the ring again, Zolrukoth would be executed. Zolrukoth then recruited many of the best who work in the shadows into his new house. The family always seems to have riches pouring out of the house in spite of having no reputable businesses or fronts. Many suspect they run the Shrouded Smile, a thieves guild known for finding whoever you need for whatever job needs done, and but they claim not to be running it and will charge a finder's fee on top of whatever the cost of the job is. And since they run by the grace of Grasts alone, they sometimes will take credit for a job in place of payment, especially if it was particularly entertaining. She tells you of the Hunters. The Hunters are an order created by Grast's edict. Those who intend to do harm to merchants within Azagrat are marked, effectively, to be punished as seen fit or more likely just to be devoured. Though there are no law preventing the citizens from doing this to any other citizen, the enemies one makes from this are less than desired. With free reign to succumb to their destructive urges, a large percent of the demonic residents of the city take up the hunt. There are blessed fraternities that take it upon themselves to hunt down entire members of their own if the edict is broken. It is considered a grave disrespect to an entire group of people, entire houses, entire brotherhoods, if somebody from their group is taken by another. And a lot of them have now called themselves the Hunters. They've become addicted to these small moments of freedom, otherwise, to do whatever they wish in order to kill those who are unwise to fuck with the merchants. The Hunters themselves are led by a Lamia known as Inakoeus, and she is rumored to live into the Undercity. And sometimes they've been known to take contracts with the Flynn Brotherhood to hunt down those that think they can find safety in other dimensions.
So after telling them that, I'm gonna say I don't know if they consider Menelef as a merchant, but that could be a problem.
Hold on, did you say the Flynn Brotherhood?
Flynn Order,
Yeah.
sorry.
The Flynn Order.
I have an in with them.
Well,
Yay!
find out if they consider Menelef as a merchant, because if they do and we kill him, we will be marked, and they will follow us through any plane.
That means, okay. Well, I need to
So
go
we
to
can
a
go
bar
talk to
then.
Yeah, let's
If-
do that. Mm-hmm.
If we go to a bar, okay. So you remember the rogue from the Feywild, right?
Yeah.
He was part of the Flynn Order, and after our hunt, that's what it was called, the event, right? The hunt. That's weird. Coincidence? I think not. Probably it's a cool name. Afterwards, he gave me an invitation to join the Flynn Order.
Well,
And if nothing else, I can use that invitation to make contact.
Yeah. We might be able to use that. And I want to probably try reaching out to Zulrukoth first to see if he can find an end to Menelephus's place. He might actually be entertained by what we're trying to do. And if that fails, we can always find Six Finger, and I plan on torturing it out of him.
And she explains that Six Finger is an entity. No one knows exactly who Six Finger is. They just know that they are a six-fingered tiefling who has tasted the taint of this realm so much that they're starting to take on some of the aspects of its ruling demon Grast. They have his sixth finger and have been rumored to have a more opalescent skin than normal tieflings. He is known
Like
for...
Total 6 fingers, 6 fingers on one hand.
6 fingers on each hand.
6 fingers on each. Okay, so it is a 6-fingered man. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
dig it. I fucking love it. That's great.
Better have a rapier, I swear to God.
Come on, who do you think I am?
I mean, really, as long as he's prepared to die, that's all that matters.
Son of a...
You killed my warlock. Prepared to die.
Um,
On a
He's
side
not
note,
dead.
since all it seemed like you were reading all of that stuff, and there were about 50 words in there that I have no idea how to
Oh, yeah.
spell. Is there any
Oh, yeah,
way
don't worry.
you could?
They're
Put
coming
that
up.
in
If you look in the notes, you already have Usternik family and hunters, and then Six
Oh,
Finger's
okay.
going to come here in a second.
Okay,
So
thank you.
Six
Six
Finger,
Finger specialized in getting Menelephus whatever he wanted. He was good at acquisitions.
not just Menelephus, but every lord or
Incorporated? Does he incorporate? Any chance?
goddamn.
So anybody asks, he'll find what they need, and he's fine with providing just about anything to any. I would have no remorse torturing it out of him.
Would you have any regrets?
No regret.
Would we care? What about?
I mean, we should try something in this first, though, right? Like,
No, that's my last resort. I want
Gotcha,
to try Zulrukoth or the hunters first.
alright. So should we hit up a bar first to see if they even consider Menelephus a merchant?
Well, right
So
now
this
we're
we can-
walking to the bank of Gehenna.
Right. Alright. Well, keep an eye out for a bar on the way, yeah.
So
I'm also keeping an eye out for pickpockets on our group.
Good call.
I love it. Just the notes. Can you spell that all out?
Please.
All right,
Yeah, by the time you got to like the 10th name, I was like, nope.
yeah, no worries. Yeah.
Ah, man, not fam. Nah.
Go ahead and make a perception check to keep an eye out for the pickpockets, and whoever wants to be looking for a bar can also make one.
23.
Excuse me, 23. All right.
I rolled a 2, so I got a 23.
What?
Yeah, man. Reliable
Oh yeah,
talent.
plus 10. That's right. Yeah, no, auto 10. I mean, I was like, Jesus.
Doop doop doo doop doo.
13. That's not dupe to do. You know, that's not bad. Perfect. And then
I mean, the bar's not going to be stealthing in a corner.
It's true.
Fair.
So as you're walking through the streets on the way to a bar, let me pull up a map here. 1 second. But as you're keeping it out for pickpockets, you do see the occasional like imp kind of like scutter out and then kind of look, and then like one will get kind of close, see them, and then they kind of like dash away.
I'm not going to call out any extra attention other than make eye contact and just. Won't say anything. Just see you.
Perfect.
I see you, baby.
Give him the two,
Check
you know,
that out.
point at your eyes there.
Perfect. All right. So you, as you're walking along, you do see a bar. It has a sign outside. It looks. I guess this would be Abyssal. So Zephyr, you would see it. It just says. It looks like it's some sort of brewery as well. It says Mirror Lake Brewery.
says Mirror Lake Brewery. I think that's a good place as any to find a bar.
Do
Nice.
we need to hit the We should probably hit the bank first, though, because
Yeah,
we're probably gonna have to pay for this.
we're gonna need to pay for
No,
it.
we'll just remember it.
So you
Alright.
mentally mark the brewery as you continue heading down your walk next to the stream, and then as you kind of come out, there's a bit of like the river starts to open out into a bay, and this is like this large bay of roiling salt. You see this clouds of salt dust just kind of running off and falling as there's like this tiny, like it's like a short waterfall of about like 10 feet as it dumps into this bay of known as the Bay of Choking Bile. It's yeah, and then as you follow, you do see this single drop of gold, and it looks like it's melting in towards a direction. You see, it's connected to this small like river of gold that is like, it looks like it's molten and lining and just pouring out of the doors of this huge building. It's strange because the gold comes up and then forms a flat, solid, beautiful floor to inside of this dark gray marble that has gold spidering through it in veins all around. And as you walk there, you see there are dozens of Nikoloths and Nikoloths standing on either side of the street. You see like any people coming around. You see one goes to like ask for money for somebody going into the bank, and you see they're immediately swiftly just batted away, and you see he comes back again and goes to ask somebody else, and this time this Nikoloth picks him up and throws the poor elf into the bay. As you hear just this screaming as he's turned into nothingness.
Well, that's extreme.
I keep walking.
You keep walking, and then the doors open, and you see.
I tell him to watch his hands.
I'm watching everybody else's hands.
So yeah, you do keep a good eye on everybody, but you see a bunch of Nikoloths. The Nikoloths, they're these wolf-like demons where, they kind of have wolf heads, human bodies, but they have fur going all the way through. And many of these, instead of having 2 eyes, have dozen eyes that are all plastered across the top of their head. And then as you walk in, one kind of steps up to you and gives you a big, toothy grin and just dribbles a little bit as you walk through.
Yes, welcome to the Bank of Gehenna. May I help you?
Would I remember anything about exchange rates, or has that fled my head?
You would know in the time that you were gone, they would change so much that the information itself would be useless to you.
Okay. So, what's the exchange rate for human?
Exchange rate for what? Speak up there. I can't quite hear you.
For gold and platinum to soul gems.
Platinum to soul gems. Come now, let's sit. Let us sit.
And he gestures you all over to, like, there's instead of an office, it goes over to the side, and there's this big kind of like it's a circular room with pillows and silks and everything sitting all around, and he gestures you all to sit as he sits, and he's like,
Well, so you wish to exchange soul gems for platinum? Oh, gold. Well, platinum being more desirable can get you a little more. Gold being a little more common, a little less. How much are we talking?
100 platinum.
you see a small bit of drool kind of.
100 platinum. Quite the bounty for those looking to lose it. Yes. The current exchange rate.
He pulls out an abacus, and you see he takes it, and then he puts his staff on the ground in front of him, and he hangs the abacus on it, and you see he starts sliding around a few things. And
Yes, and then... Do you want to do a pure exchange or a loan of any sort?
No loans.
No loans. Oh, very well.
You forgot to read the fine print! What are you, a credit card company?
And I'm also going to be doing an insight check to make sure he's not
Sure.
shysting me.
Okay, go ahead and make your insight check.
Eh.
14. He's really hard to read with the crazy amount of eyes that he has, and them just kind of... And all of them blinking at random times is the worst part, because it's like, it wouldn't be so bad if it was just, if they all blunk together. Actually, you know what? I'll go and show you
Blunk.
guys.
Love it.
Blunked.
Quit blunking!
Yeah, here's the really cool
Blunk as
one.
much as I please.
You see the Bank of Gehenna.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but which one do I look at?
Whichever's currently
Lefty.
looking at you.
Ah,
Hey, blunk at me!
Long eye contact.
is that a blunk or a wonk?
Half of them.
It's actually more coordinated than normal.
Oh, man.
He's like, well, for all conversions, we do require a small collateral for the exchange fee. I could give you, well, let's say 250 in soul gems for your 100 platinum. These, of course, would be
I'm sorry. Dibba, are you serious? You can do better than that, surely.
These are full gems, not shards or pieces.
Yeah, I realize that. If you're telling me that's the best you got, that's all you got.
How much
Criminy,
do you
are there
think
any other
my
banks
clothes?
around here?
How much do you think my clothes are worth?
You tell me. Also, you tell me what your normal person's clothes are worth too, because I don't just want to know about you, the rich guy's clothes.
Oh, these worth a mere 2 shards.
We'll take 300.
This is not a negotiation. This is the going rate.
And we'll be going right out the door.
Yes, good luck. Could find another bank. I'm sure they'll be more willing to
Give me
work.
the gem.
Of course, we're in hell.
I-
There's only one bank.
Give me the gems.
Can I do an insight check to see if this is not a negotiable process?
Sure.
24.
Had to try.
He's, he is so confident in what he's saying that he shows no weakness in the armor there or anything that would indicate that he's lying or has any other reason to think that this isn't exactly what should happen.
250 full gems.
4 gems, 10 shards to a gem.
Done.
Excellent. Now for my fee.
What's your
Ah, now this is negotiable.
This is where the negotiations start. What you have to offer first. I know nothing.
What do you typically charge?
Depends. We get travelers from all over. It's
Right, but
customary
what do
to
you
make an
typic-
offering and then a counter offering. What do you offer?
Oh. Where I'm from, it's actually the opposite.
We're
It's
not
the
there,
person
are
providing
we?
the service.
Hmm.
Well, I'm just saying if we're being culturally
10 more
sensitive.
platinum. 10% of the trade.
Ugh.
10% of the trade.
He thinks.
I will take it in soul gems. It is done.
He waves.
At the exchange rate that we agreed upon?
Yes.
He sticks out his hand to shake.
Are you taking it out of what
So
we
we-
just...
Out of what we just got?
Yes.
That's 25. That's not so bad.
How about this? And I pull out one of the dragon wing spines I have left over.
Excuse you, you do not get to give that away.
You hear blood scale say.
Okay, I put it back.
I would take that. I would take that soon. I will pay for that.
How much
Tell
will
him-
you pay for
Oh,
it?
no, hold, yeah.
How
Zephyr,
much?
I will literally fucking end you.
Nope, no deal.
10% it is then.
He sticks out his hand.
about the Deck of Illusions?
Okay.
What is this? Are you showing me another offer?
I am showing you the Deck of Illusions.
How many cards remain?
I have only pulled 2.
50 remain.
Yeah.
Damage to deck, not knowing which 2.
I
will
do
give you
remember which
5
ones they
gems.
were.
I do not care. I will give you 5 gems back for this.
No, I'll just give you 25.
Very well.
God damn it.
He sticks out his hand once again to shake.
Shake his hand.
Perfect. As you shake his hand, you see there's from almost nowhere these chains of magic fly in from every angle of the room and wrap around your hands. And you see as the chains wrap, there is a head on each chain that is a snake. And as they come together, they bite into each other and then start eating into each other as the chains become snakes eating the opposite way into and then they vanish.
It is done. The deal is made.
And then he turns behind him. And then you see as he's still in his hand is holding like these chain snakes as he walks to a wall, holds his hand up to it. And you see the chains go from around his hand into his palm and into the wall. And you hear this tick, 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 as the wall starts to shimmer. And then it just opens.
Yes. Here we are.
And he reaches in and you see he like bends over into like, and you see there's kind of darkness around it. And then he comes back and he's holding 250 of these gems that are about this big. And you see they are, they're actually like holders that are holding 10 different shards of gem. Some of them are clearly go together. Some of them are made from different bits. But he takes these gold things to you and he hands them to you with each of them.
The platinum, please.
He sticks out his hand again.
I give him the platinum.
Excellent.
And he goes and deposits it back into the space. And as he does, you see as he pulls his hand back, you see the snakes once again pull to his hand as the wall shuts and then shimmers again and seems to solidify as he kind of looks down.
Yes, thank you.
As they disappear, and then he comes back.
And were there any other deals to be made today?
No.
A shame. If you're ever looking to spend more, find yourself a place in this city. Or just invest a little. Come and find me.
I'm gonna leave.
You guys exit out of the Bank of Gehenna, saying it's relatively quiet when you leave. Nobody trying to beg after the recent display. And find yourselves back on the street.
So all of that just to make change.
Yep.
Welcome to the abyss.
That's why we needed the soul gems, because that's something we can barter with that won't require us giving quite so much of ourselves to get where we need to get.
Did anybody want to look at the soul gems at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at them.
I mean, now we do.
So, as you're looking at the sorry, I shouldn't prompt like that. As you're looking at the soul gems, you do see similar to the memory, like the memory crystals that you had before. There are shades of what are clearly memories and moments trapped inside of these, but you also see that most of these are moments of pain. That vary wildly depending on what you're looking through. One of the ones that goes all the way together clearly belonged to a. Oh, gross! Excuse me. Sorry. Oh.
Disgusting.
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 Was a silver-skinned moon elf, and you see just by looking through the shards, they've bit by bit get worse in every single turn of the until eventually they are this completely different looking creature. They've changed their body and have like these kind of wings and like they're like half melted, but they have like four more arms on one side and only one to balance it out, and just twisted and mutilated. And you see they are in rags at that point, trying to trade anything as they traded this last piece to complete the set.
Oh my god, Cat. Jesus. Sorry.
That's okay.
He's having to move from the desk.
Just heavy to move.
Yeah, right? One second, I'll be right back, sorry.
Speaking of cats doing things.
So, can I will pay you the appropriate exchange rate, can I steal some of those soul gems, Flint order?
We'll see what they want.
They might take cash.
They might.
That's true. I'm gonna try platinum first. I've got because according to the hunters tab, Flint order works as there with them to hunt things other places.
Yes.
Just in case it's like they don't want to talk to any of you guys. Because I'd much rather have someone with the better mouth words than me.
So, do we still want to go to the bar first?
I mean, yeah, we might as well make sure that what the stakes are before we go anywhere, right? Like, I know we're in a hurry, but
Well, bar is possibly the easiest option too.
yeah.
We've got an in there already.
So, yeah,
And if it doesn't pan out, it doesn't pan out.
maybe
Is
we'll
it
even find a fucking ally of some kind.
Yeah.
Is
Really
it an
think that-
inn like Flynn?
Hey!
Oh,
No, shut up. No.
Flynn hasn't been in like ever, right? Like,
Throwback Tuesday. Fine.
He had an arcade. That was it.
so, we're all gonna head to the bar.
Perfect. You guys heading back to the Mirror Lake Brewery?
Brewery.
All right, so,
Yeah.
as you enter in, let's see. Give me 1 second here.
Finding a good hell bar map.
No, I don't have time for that. I can't do this. Okay, so I was gonna try, but I'm like, fuck it. All right, but
She's a regular old bar map. No, you're fine. I don't give a shit.
Guys, he doesn't have a map. We're not going to get in a fight here. It's fine.
no.
I don't
That
want you
means
to be that
nothing and you know
secure.
it.
I'll just use this one.
Are you kidding? He would just be like, "Here's a blank grid. Imagine a bar. Anyway, you're fighting in it."
Oh, for sure. I've watched that man pull a map out of his ass in 15 seconds flat. I have no doubt that we are.
Perfect. We'll do. Yeah. That. Oh wait. Did we use this one? We didn't use that one. Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I actually have one
Like
ready.
you really remember. Just go.
That's fair.
Okay,
All right.
dude.
So as you walk in, you see this giant. There's a. What do you call those freaking things? 1 second.
Oh, before we go in. Sorry.
No.
Um,
now you know.
I'm going to... I just want to write the message. Get a little piece of parchment. Write the message. I'm searching for the Flint Order. Kaizo of the Flint Order sent me.
Perfect.
Make
Kaizo
sure
of
I
the
have that
Flynn Order.
name. Make sure I have that fucking right. Kaizo, yeah. Kyzo.
Perfect. So as you walk in, there are towering sets of armor all around, and you see at the tables there are different types of demons and some mostly of Mesoloths, Arcanoloths. You do there's occasional like Yugoloth, all these different loths that you guys probably don't know what I'm saying because I didn't explain it well enough. But there's different very varied types of
Lost,
demons.
bro.
What's that?
Wolves.
Lots, bro.
All them lots, bro. And then we'll go ahead and turn that off so you guys can see a
Cool.
little better. But behind the bar, you see what at first it looks like it's a it's a dwarf. He's like, well, come in. And then as he turns away from you and over to another customer, his form shifts into like an elegant elf, and now she leans in and is like, and what will you be having, dear? Yeah, come on in. And you know, as she's walking in between customers, you see they shape shifting back and forth into different forms until they look back at you all as you enter the bar and like, so what'll it be? As they're back in their dwarf form.
I'll saunter up to the bar and just, hi, my name's Uza. I'll have whatever the local brew is. Nice to meet you, and I'll extend my hand in a handshake.
Glad to meet you, Usa. And then the now dwarf, shakes your hand back, and let's get you guys the right size here.
And the message should transfer at this.
Perfect. What does your message say exactly? Like word for word?
Here, I'll type it out for you.
Perfect.
I think I'm gonna march the rest of us to the table that looks empty.
Pretty easy enough.
That way we're not just standing awkwardly in the doorway.
Yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on Uza for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So I see the one. Okay. And so as you shake their hand, as you're shaking it, there's like you see their expression change just the slightest, and then you see they kind of just nod to you, and they quickly go into the back room.
Perfect.
Hot, 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 hot.
Go over to the table and like, all right, I think that either worked or we're about to be murdered. I'm having a hard time telling you.
Well, it's the abyss. I mean, 6 of 1.
4K no loss dose. Two things can be true.
Not wrong. And then, so as you guys are kind of sitting there, you ordered the local brew. It is before they go, they slide you, and one for each of your party. And he slides. There are this kind of deep red ale, and it's super foamy at the top, and there's steins enough for everybody.
Do I know what it is?
Ooh, I don't know. Make a history check.
Does 2 gold seem like a fair?
They didn't ask you for
that?
They didn't ask you for any payment. After
Okay.
shaking.
Well, I'll
Hustle
leave it.
away with your note.
Okay.
You at least got everybody beers.
Yep.
Which
I'm
blood
not-
scale is not drinking.
I'm not drinking it.
Either.
No way.
Nobody's
All
even
right,
gonna
there.
try it. No, I'm so surprised. Come on, he has the most costume.
What's it smell like? Does it smell like pennies?
No,
it looks like
no, it smells really sweet actually.
drinking it.
I'm really tempted to drink it, but I've already touched too many things in hell, and it's bitten me in the ass really hard.
Well, we
Is
are
it tempted?
established that we should just eat in the tent when we need to eat and drink. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
No, Uza's terrified. He is trying not to piss himself openly in this bar.
Okay, perfect. So after you're kind of sitting around, not touching your beers, you see there's this small flash of magic from the from underneath the doors that the bartender walked through, and then out walks a person in a similar dress, mask completely on, similar to Kaizo Flynn. Up to the eyes only showing through as they kind of walk up to the table, walk up to you, Uza, and letter sent.
I'm sorry, Ty. Can you say that one more time? My comms cut out.
She's like, I was sent. Is it you?
Indeed.
All right, then.
Is there a place that we should converse privately?
No, this is fine. Sits at the table, kind of puts their feet up on. What's the job?
Well, to be honest, information gathering.
All right. And you said Kaizo. How'd you get it from Kaizo?
I bested him in a game in the Feywild.
Our main form of advertising. All right, then.
I will pull out a large chunk of Feywild wood out of the bag of holding, just enough for him to see, just kind of as like proof that we were there, and then put it back in.
Gives you a nod. All right, then. What information?
Well, it depends on the going rate for information which you provide. Some of it you might already know. Some of it you might have to seek out.
Well, that's the thing about information. I need to know what you need to know about.
I look over at Uza. Can I?
Oh yeah, I was gonna look over at you and just kind of nod.
So, the hunters led by Damn it, you say it. Ina.
That works, Ina. Aye, easy enough. What about them?
I need to know if they consider Memphis a merchant.
Okay.
And
Don't require direct contact with them, but I can do that.
I also need to know if there are any alternate entrances aside from the front door to his to the Nievzet estate.
The old Neefsat place. Sure.
I need all the entrances and exits that you can find.
That would require scouting. It's going to be considerably more, but I can do that. What else?
I'm trying to think of what else that's
You've got your mastermind. Do you have your wet work? Do you have your second story man? Do you need any of that?
no,
Right.
no. Just need scouting and
Scouting and information.
I already know where Zolkruith is, right?
Yes, yeah, you know where the
Yeah, I don't-
family goes.
I don't need to know anything else like that.
Is
How about-
Leffens shopkeep? Did we figure that out? Sorry, I missed it.
Yeah,
She asked. He's gonna find that out for us.
Oh, okay, cool.
How about any known enemies of him? Possibly we can get some allies out of this.
Of Menelephis. Now that'll tell you for free. Almost fucking everyone.
Anyone willing to actually stand
Well,
against,
Now
not just.
that will require some questions to ask.
Yeah, like, who's the most powerful person who hates him? That's the real thing. Fine.
Not even that. Who would assist somebody better?
All right. Allies you're looking for? Well, with enough money, the Flynn Order can be a shield by your side.
How much
No
money
matter
are
the
we
job.
talking?
Well, depends on the job. What are we doing to Menelephis? Stealing from him?
Killing.
Killing him.
In a matter of speaking, at the very least, it's a rescue. If less things take a more personal turn.
A rescue. All right. How many?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one. Well, I can do. All right.
It's under contract to him though, so
Now, will you be paying the usual way, or do you be paying in this realm's coin?
what do you prefer?
I prefer money I can spend at home. Less.
That's fair. I think regular cash then.
All right.
You know,
Gold it
our
is. All right. So, I guess the question comes down to this: are you hiring me? If you hire me for the entire job to kill one of the demon lords of this level, it'd be considered a hit with wet work, and I would include all of the information gathering as part of that one job. So for
Alright.
everything, information gathering, the hit itself, preparation, bloody fucking amount of weapons I'm gonna have to buy for this.
fucking ammo.
I say you'd probably do the whole thing for, well, consider you, and fucking Kaizo giving you that bloody discount. Fuck. I should consult somebody about this, but
Discount, or was it a membership offer?
it was both, mate.
Wink.
Ordering
that's
a
a-
hit is more fun than I thought it'd be.
That's an interesting. That's an interesting point you bring up. Would you consider a trade of a job, Uza?
I can only imagine what you're gonna make us do.
Depends on, well, quote you to you, depends on the job.
Oh, hit for hit, kill for kill, death for death.
Stranger's Own trade. I like it.
I'd honestly like to hear the price in gold first.
Yeah.
Because whoever we're gonna have to bloody hit for this hit is gonna be insane. So you know.
I actually want to hear the name.
Well,
So, I'll tell
I
you
don't
what.
know the
we'll-
name
how
until
about
someone
the,
gives it to me.
the price in gold first.
All right.
But know this, I have another job lined up for you when this is done.
Oh Lord.
Well, I like consistent work and a good playing client. Alright, everything together. Slight discount for future work and blah blah blah. I'd say 3,000.
Can I inside check that?
Yeah.
3,000 gold?
Mm-hmm.
I could drop that.
Yeah, they seem like they were genuinely doing mental math. They seem like they're trying to give you a fair price. They don't seem like anything untoward.
How
You get
much
the
is
idea that the
platinum?
Flynn Order don't fuck around too much
10
with,
to 1.
10 to 1.
with their pricing or anything like that.
Well, if you don't mind, maybe give us 5 minutes so we can confer with each other, agree on a price, counteroffer, or accept.
All right, that's usually how it's done. You can drink that. Gestures to your beer.
Oh, by all means, please. I haven't touched it.
Thanks, mate.
I have mine too, actually.
Yeah, we're good.
Maybe if we come to agreement, I'll go for a second. Takes the beer and goes over to the bar.
Damn.
You see as they walk
I'll
over
be like,
to the
everyone give him your beer.
It's gonna super.
All right, then. Deal free.
You see as he,
So I can.
as
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
this Flynn agent before they walk over, they're like, oh, Sento's the name, by the way. Walks over to the
Sento.
bar. Yes, Sento Flynn. I'll go and show you the what they look like and everything. Walks over to the
He's
bar.
already got all the gold.
Bubble.
But as he walks over to the bar, you see the bartender shift into this kind of it's a silver with like an opalescent sheen tiefling. As he nods to him, they start making quiet conversation.
Uza, you have no idea who to kill. Keep that in mind. We know.
No, I would. I don't. I really don't want to do that. For all I know, it could be fucking Lee or.
Yeah, but if he
Or
said
fucking-
fucking Cole, I would have done it for free.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the odds of that happening are pretty slim. Look, I could pitch in 800 gold for
He's
this.
pissed off a lot of people.
That's true. Let's see. I've got 355 gold and 85 platinum.
I have
Hold on, let me write this down. All right, so I got 88 platinum.
I still have 100 after I gave Zephyr 100.
I always
I'm
forget how
okay.
rich you guys got. That's fucking hilarious.
Buzzkill doesn't spend money.
It's true.
Vicerda,
Vicer-
it just also happens to make a lot of money. Christ.
Vicer, you said 350?
Yeah, I have 350 gold and 85 platinum. So,
5
yeah.
platinum.
Zarek
I
has
can remember about
literally no money.
Okay. Does Zarek say this out loud?
No, he's just sitting there looking around at all this. Because, I mean, again,
Does
the,
Buzzkill notice when Zarek doesn't say that he could contribute anything?
It's
It's like-
it's just uncomfortable when everybody starts splitting the bill.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't
There's a,
I don't
He's like, I don't
actually
need
know.
to have this now.
To the
Zach
DM.
doesn't know what the currency of Limbo is
So-
like.
Inside
the
the,
DM.
inside the monastery, you would have
guys got
had
appetizers.
you would have had no money at all. Usually, when somebody's going to exit the monastery, they're given like a bit of gold or some whatever currency money of where they're going to, if they're headed on like some sort of pilgrimage or if there's some sort of need or threat. But you didn't leave in a traditional fashion, so you wouldn't.
Well,
have left
and
with any of
that's
the
the thing.
gold.
Zarek left the monastery and joined the military. And
Yeah,
No, they
You
don't pay
know.
for shit.
yeah, it's pretty much, everything's provided for you.
exactly.
They
So
give you $100 and take back 99.
yeah, you'd,
Okay,
you'd have
So
no
again,
no gold.
I have a
yeah.
question. Does Bloodscale notice that Zarek is not saying anything when we're talking money?
It would be pretty obvious. Zarek, Zarek, are you just watching quietly or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's just
Let's
watching
go.
quietly.
Bloodscale reaches into the bag of holding, thinks of money, and pulls out a bag of 120 gold pieces. Because there's a bag of 120 gold pieces just sitting there.
Yep.
And he hands it to Zarek. You just keep
What is
that.
this? Thank you.
Go and mark 120 gold into your inventory and mark it out of your pack.
Zephyr, is that 425
Yeah,
gold?
that's all I have left aside from the soul gems.
Okay. All right. So here, Bloodscale. You said 100 platinum.
Yeah, he's at 1,079.
That's how much gold the platinum's worth, plus what gold I have.
Okay. All right. 1 0. Gotta do some math. We are 400 short.
Wait,
Hold on. I can pitch in 40 platinum to this. I'm
Which
trying
is
to save.
400.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'll pitch in 30. 35 platinum.
this is gonna
Sorry,
take-
I'm not trying to be stingy. I'm trying to pay this guy for. No,
Zephyr
yeah, I'm just.
took all of hers, so like obviously that's her character thing.
Okay.
She don't give a shit if she goes broke at this point.
Okay, we have enough. Blood scale. Since you pitched in an odd amount, you can keep.
I don't
4
give a fuck
gold.
about money. Take it all.
I'll take my
Okay.
4 gold. That'll be nice, thank you.
Okay. So you can take your 4 gold back.
So you took all of my platinum and my gold?
I just took the. Okay, so this is the way I figured it.
Uh-huh.
I've got 800 gold from me, which is all my gold.
Mhm.
350 gold from Vicer.
Okay.
425 gold from Zephyr. 179 gold from Bloodscale.
1,000.
Sorry, 1,079 gold from Bloodscale. 35 platinum from me. And 85 platinum from, I think, Vicer.
You don't need Vicer's platinum. He said 3 grand.
Yeah. So, oh, that's right. That's right. So 80, 100 plus. Let me double check my math.
Carry the 2. I don't know.
I have a calculator, motherfucker.
You leave that to where it is.
Okay, yeah. So, Vicer, you can keep your 85 platinum and 4 gold.
I dig it. Thank you.
All right.
I promise to spend it horribly, but in ways that may or may not benefit you. You know, like the tent and the carriage.
Okay,
That's not
so-
horribly. That sounds good to me, fam.
Yeah, he
So,
just spent
something-
5K on that carriage and fucking.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize how much money I
He's
spent on
already
that till
invested
right
in this
now.
party.
I'm the infrastructure.
Roads and bridges, man. So,
Somebody's got to be. I know the government's not going to do it.
3,000.
Government?
Good. So that was 3,000 for information, baseline information to whether or not he's hittable, because if he's a merchant or not. Scouting the area and reporting back. Any hidden entrances, hidden exits we need to be made aware of, and him being present for the actual attack. He had mentioned buying a lot of weapons. There
And
might be
him
more-
finding us possible allies to bring along as well.
Exactly, possible allies to bring along as well. So that's like the deluxe package.
It's the deluxe
Now-
package.
He mentioned that everybody hates Menelephus, but Menelephus is a fucking dickhead.
Which
every
is why we
single-
then made sure to say that people that would stand against him.
Right, but every single dickhead has got at least one other dickhead amongst other dickheads that want to fuck up the said dickhead.
And
Yep.
he's currently Grat's favorite.
Which
So-
pisses a lot of people off, actually.
Do we want to go this solo and just get information and spend a little bit of extra money to keep things extra quiet? 'Cause that was also not part of the bid.
The guy that runs this place likes entertainment, right?
Yeah.
What's more entertaining?
I plan on.
Ow.
Monkey
What are
in
we
a
gonna
top
pay
hat.
more? We're gonna pay more money for quietness?
No, what I'm saying is like we pull back on the allies
Mhm.
and see what that bid is, and maybe pay a little bit of extra hush money because that was not part of the bid.
Menelephus already knows we're coming.
It's that point.
Yeah.
True.
5 minutes.
We don't need to be quiet.
5 minutes of math and chatting. So the
My band name.
Go for the deluxe package, Uza.
Cento
Math
comes
and
back. All right. So, what are we thinking?
So, just so we have full understanding here of what we're getting into,
Aye.
3,000 gold,
3,000.
and that gets us information on Menelephus' status as a merchant.
Mm-hmm.
Gets us information, a scouting of
The estate.
what was the estate, hidden entrances, hidden exits. That includes you coming with us and allies for an assault. Kill Menelephus.
If I can find allies. The allies to stand against Menelephus and is going to be difficult, but I'll see what if I can find. It's
But
more
a
for the
genuine
work that
effort.
it takes to find them. Hey, when you take a job from the Flynn Order, it's as if you're getting a job from your best friend. We will find every aspect. We will make this job the best for you. There's a reason we're known throughout all the realms. It's not because we do a shit
meant,
job.
I meant
Oh,
no
would you
offense.
forgive me if I slept with your wife? I'm just kidding.
Depends on how
I
much you
meant no
paid me
offense.
afterwards. Someone's got to pay the rent.
Kind of guy.
No.
And that's
Everybody
that's
all
how
right?
most cam models do it.
I'll look over to Zephyr for the seal of approval.
Is everybody all right with this?
I already said get the deluxe package.
Right.
That's fine.
And I'll extend my hand on this one.
Excellent. Shakes, and then do you want a contract, or is a shake good enough for y'all?
I'm gonna look over to Zephyr.
Do what? Sorry.
Is a handshake good enough, or do you need a contract?
In hell, I'd like a contract.
Of course you would. Well, luckily, I spent my 5 minutes well. Pulls out a scroll and then puts it on the table, holds the end, and then flips it, and it rolls out a little bit. There's like a good 2 feet, and it's written out in immense detail. He's like, you can take a look at it. Should be quite bulletproof on your end, not mine, because that's the way we do business.
Damn right, we're gonna look at that bitch.
Yeah. So whoever wants to
Yeah.
inspect it, I'm gonna need probably an intelligence check to go through all of the how it looks.
Okay.
I'm only gonna assist.
I'm gonna guidance whoever's gonna look at it.
Perfect. So whoever is going to do this in check, you have guidance and assistance to roll at advantage.
Who's
Who
the
has high
I have-
intelligence?
I have a 14 intelligence, so +2 modifier.
I got a 10.
I'm pretty sure it's the wizard.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We all look over at the guy we just paid 120 gold to.
We,
We.
And by we, I mean Bloodscale.
the royal we.
Yes, referring to, of course, to thee.
No, not intel. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh, guidance
And,
And then add your
Guidance?
D4.
+4 for guidance.
plus a D4. Oh,
11.
we broke it
I
to double
am not
digits.
familiar
Ooh,
with
wait,
contract
ooh,
law.
hold on. I have a thing. That will help.
Bet
Not a lot, but. What's it fucking called? Sorry.
Isn't it-
Bend luck.
There it is.
Add another D4 to that.
Boy.
Boy, howdy.
Hey.
Hey!
All right, so 15.
15?
That is much better for y'all.
15 the hard way. Fuck.
God
So
damn.
actually, looking over it, it's written very, very well. Like the language is very concise, and it says the only thing you notice that a lot of them are, basically Once the payment is made, no matter the outcome or the information, there are no refunds. The information, you're paying for the gathering of the information. It doesn't matter if the information is to your satisfaction or not. It is
Fairly standard.
Yeah, it's a lot of fairly standard stuff. The only thing that you find interesting is that when it comes to when it comes to the assassination portion is the payment is taken whether or not the hit is called off for any reason.
Okay.
And so, but it's like there's also a thing where when it comes to they've written in a bodyguard aspect of it as well, and when it comes to guiding you into and out of the estate for the hit, and the bodyguard states that the Flynn operative is to if when it comes to the decision whether they die or the customer dies, that the Flynn order has been directed to die in their place if the option arises, or throw themselves in front of any deadly threat that they perceive as might being able to kill the customer. So the Flynn agent recognizes this and knows that their lives may be forfeit in the event of this action. If this does happen, there is an extra 500 gold fee for the loss of a Flynn agent.
Oh,
Still seems to
good
be
service
over.
package.
Yeah.
Do you require all up front, or do we do half now and half on beginning of the mission?
All up front.
Okay, we can't waste any time.
All right, I'm gonna bust out my coin purse.
Well, dude, chill out.
In this bar? Come on, man! Yeah, you guys
I'm
kick
playing
the fuck
Call of
out.
Duty over
For the
here.
record, for the record, horrifying sage advice that all humanoid creatures have humanoid parts. They're tired of the question of who has cloacas and who doesn't. So,
We're all
Oh, God.
if you're ever wondering, yes, it does have a coin purse.
Was that a real sage advice?
That's a
Yes.
real sage advice. Not even kidding.
God, the amount of fucking emails that they must have fucking received.
Wait, does that mean is sage advice from Wizards of the Coast? Or?
Yeah, it's basically their
Oh.
unofficial patch notes, or like.
Like, this is the way we meant the rule to be interpreted, kind of.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to do it this way, but you have a nutsack if you
Yeah.
want it.
Just dangling there.
Oh
on
fuck!
a string around your neck.
Holy
Yeah.
shit! Hey, Dusky, what up? Dusky Dwarf says,
yo.
"Tell Molly she will die soon in this game, and tell TJ, hey." So Dusky Dwarf says, "Hey,"
What's up, dude?
and apparently Dusky's gonna do something to get you killed, Molly. So beware of that.
Oh, God, Dusty's the Flynn Order guy. At the trap.
All right,
Alright.
so let's do this.
All right. Very well then. Perfect. Takes the money, and then you see as they take the money. As you put they take the money, put it on the table, and then they pull a black raven feathered quill, and then they sign the contract and then hand it to you, Uza.
God, and I suddenly went to being very poor.
So
Now
it's just
I,
like life.
Yeah, it's like right after buying this fucking computer. All right, I will bundle it up and bag of holding.
You'll put the
Bag of
contract
holding.
in the bag.
I'm gonna put the bag. I was asking kind of everyone. Nobody chimed in, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the bag of holding.
Perfect.
And then after this is complete, you know what? I'd like to discuss this in case I don't make it out of Hell's. You know what I mean?
Aye, of course. Yeah. I'll do everything
I'm
I can
looking
do
for
to prevent that, but yeah, if I die and you die, that's part of that. So what do you say?
So this is a contract between you and me. This doesn't involve the rest. And I would like this contract to continue even in the event of my death.
All right.
I need you to find someone by the what's a fancy word for nickname. The
Moniker?
Whisper.
Alias.
The moniker of the Whisper. Specifically related to Akati.
Okay. That I can do. And now, do you want this sent to the Flynn Order, or do you want me to take care of this after we're done here?
Well, I mean, it's hell.
It is?
And if you survive,
The Abyss, technically.
by all means. Well, sorry. This is the Abyss, and it's pretty fucking shitty here.
Basically,
So if you die, I would like a backup in case of our death. If we
Alright.
both survive, then great. By all means, I'd like to continue working with you.
I guess my main question is, how soon do you want this started?
As soon as possible.
I think he's talking about the other one.
Oh,
Yeah. It can wait until after this current job.
All right, then. Now, one thing I ask you, never ask about looking at me face. It's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean you can't trust me. You can ask me pretty much anything else. You can ask anything about me. I will tell you. I just ask that you keep it to yourselves, and if you don't, I'll know. Well, I'll find out eventually.
Well, don't ask me about the amount of dragons in my head.
I won't.
Don't do it.
all right. So we
They
done?
kind of smile. And, yes, so it looks like I've got a few things to pick up, and then I will get started on the job. Now, when it comes to the killing of these particular demons, lot of usually, well, lots of other demons in their employ, lots of other things, and he's somewhat of a collector, so I would suggest if you can find yourself any types of weapons that are particularly effective against different types of things, silvered, that sort of thing. That's what I'm going to be investing in, a few throwing daggers and stuff like that. I specialize in, edged weapons, which comes to throwing, short swords, that sort of thing. If there's anything that you want from as far as weaponry goes, if I can find it at a reasonable cost, I will. I do have contacts in this city, in most every city. So if there's anything you wish me to pick up for you, let me know now so I can get you a fair price.
You said silver. Season.
Aye.
My axe is already magic. It's fine.
Good. And just so I know who I'm working with, what are all your specialties?
Zephyr, Druid.
Druid. Alright.
Shit.
I hit things with this fucking axe.
I like it.
I say it. I do magic.
Alright then. Good style. How about you? What do you do? If I had my guess, I'd be stabbing people occasionally.
Stepping away
We're
from the
sorry.
computer.
The character
that's right.
you're looking for has left their desk. Please check back. See what
And
it
then,
may have said.
Zilgrat kind of pipes in at this point. Zilgrat, I heal and I cut things down. Alright, and
Oh God, can you hear me yet?
yeah, we
Yeah.
got you.
Oh. Okay. This thing is driving me nuts. Sorry. He had asked me about
What do you do?
what my specialty was.
Yeah.
While he was asking other people, specifically when Viceair was being, I do magic. Could I have just taken one of the daggers off his shoulder?
Make a sleight of hand check. I actually have to roll this 1 second.
Finally, a contested check for your thievery skills.
No shit. I'll probably fail this one. Even every time I roll high on a sleight of hand, I lose.
You lost by like 2.
God damn it!
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You have a luck
Oh,
point.
brutal.
They have the same
I can't
modifier
use-
as
I-
you, but
I can't use a luck point when I already know the outcome.
oh. So as you go to reach for it, they actually just catch the end of it and slide it back into place.
I would really like to say I'm better at that than usually.
Then he, as you're talking, he pulls it out, spins it around, and hands it to you. All you have to do is ask.
Thank you. I wasn't going to keep it. I was trying to be a smart ass and show you what my specialty is, but apparently that really didn't work out. I'm usually
Almost slipped
quicker
by
with
me.
my hands than that.
Almost slipped by me, and that never happens. Keep that.
Cool.
Thank you.
Mark Flynn dagger in your inventory.
Oh shit, that's gonna be cool.
Oh, dip! Oh, dip! Oh, dip! Oh,
What
dip!
a-
Yeah.
What have you, Githyanki?
Be-do-do-do.
You're saying, Usa.
Nope. I'll wait till we're done because I just wanted to make sure we understood a price on our searching for the Whisperer.
Sure. Half orc. I assume by the muscles, hits things very hard. All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Now, as far as entry goes, are we all flyers?
The druids can make us into one.
Perfect. All right. That helps a lot. All right, so I've got some things to buy, including one other dagger. All right. Find me back here. If nothing else, we'll rendezvous tomorrow, same time. I've got a lot of work to do.
Bye.
And trust me, with the Flynn order by your side, the job that you have is a job that is already done. And they go to shake your hand, Uza, one more time.
I will reciprocate.
Perfect. And you do.
Keeping a careful eye out.
As you shake their hand, you feel a small note in your hand, and they say, "We'll discuss price later." And then they head out of the bar. You find a small note inside of your hand. It just says the Flynn Order. It has what you would take to be the symbol of the Flynn Order, now available is to be viewed in your stuff. But it says, "A guild of assassins, thieves, transporters, scouts, and guards. They are only known when they make a spectacle of themselves by competing in competitions under the Flynn name. All contracts are made under the Flynn names. Once you join and you become a Flynn agent, you use the moniker only between other agents and those and the work you are hired for. Membership is invite only. Members are scouted from jobs whenever an agent is bested. The only way to hire them is to catch them after a competition. They will be a dagger in the night, a shield by your side, an ear to the ground, or an ally when you have none."
After reading that note, I'm just gonna make sure he's already left.
Mhm.
Guys, that was so fucking cool.
That was cool.
Like, I know this is a very serious situation, but fuck, right?
I thought so.
I'm pretty jazzed with all that went, and I have to use the restroom. I'll be back.
Okay.
He was really excited.
All right.
And raring to go there.
All right. Anybody else doing anything before y'all leave this bar? All right. Where are we headed next?
Gonna head off to see Zolrukoth.
Perfect. So you're headed. All right. You know that he's kind of more into the slum area ish, where it's outside of the nicer, this rich, super rich part of town that you've been in and kind of always known. It's kind of weird because for you've never seen this side of the city's effort. Like you've only known the one side of the very, while still being just as cruel as any of the rest of it. It's always been with this sheen and kind of polish on top of things that makes that digs into you, and it's almost comforting to get away from that polish, where now you see like there are
You see
You know,
things as they are.
yeah, there's more sagging houses barely being held together with groups of people living in them. There's the streets here are occasionally you have to step around some filth and things that have been left behind from those who've no other place to go.
Okay. And I would basically, from the history, I understand. I make sure my understanding's correct on this. That Grazit's actually pretty impressed by Zulrukov.
It's interesting. His reputation, you don't know if he's impressed by it or he's waiting for somebody to try. He set it out there as a challenge for somebody to give him the excuse to kill Zulrukov. Like, nobody knows exactly what the purpose of not killing him was.
Well, I'm trying to make this entertaining, so I'm trying to think of who could replace Menelaus.
He's definitely known as one of the more bold families in town.
He's a contender! I like
Whatever.
contenders!
Alright, so you guys make your way to the Dark Flame District. The sound of the Salt River fades to nothing as you continue onwards. And eventually you do find yourself in front of... it's weird. It is a super nice house for any area. It's built up. It's got intricate like work. It has like stone pillars that look like spiraling flame on each side that go up to the top of the house. And the entire thing seems to be made of what you would guess would be obsidian, but if obsidian had no shine to it, like this kind of matte look to the obsidian. And then in many places, there are, surrounding the house, many large braziers full of like this blue flame known around this region. And you see the blue flame keeps it actually significantly colder as you get closer to the house. You see, besides some of the braziers on the outside of it, you see there are ice blocks melting on that are put out besides that. And the ice blocks are slowly melting, but you see there are some like a bunch of kind of the wretched who are, you don't know what they were or what they could have been. They've been mutated. They've added additional limbs, so they're missing some, gained some extra ones. Their bodies have been kind of changed and look horrible, and some having like extra heads kind of starting to grow, extra like mouths and all this horribleness, standing around these ice blocks for warmth and kind of rubbing their hands as you walk past into the house. And as you get to the front of the house, the doors are shut.
Gonna knock on the door.
Also, I'm going to assume Ooze has been watching out for anybody following us and looking shifty.
Yeah, that's literally all I'm doing at this point.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I was just saying it because I thought you were peeing.
No, that was Uza actually saying he had to run to the bathroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. Oh, that's okay. Welcome back, Molly. And then, so as you knock on the door, you hear there's this kind of hollow, and then you see the door kind of warps a little bit, and this face kind of sticks out of the door.
And who may I ask is calling?
Zephyr Nievzet, I have an offer for Zulrukov.
Yevzet.
And then you see the door kind of tilts the head.
What proof do you offer?
Shit, what proof do I have?
Um,
Would blood make a difference?
you do still know your family's crest.
Okay, so I will take some of Uza's paper and draw my crest. Be like, that.
Many know the crest, but this looks closer than I have seen. One moment.
And then the door goes back to just being a solid obsidian. Moments later.
You have been accepted to enter. What is your business, so the lord of the house may know?
I'm going to kill Menelephus. I need allies.
Very well.
Right to it.
Yeah,
See
he's
that
not
bush?
fucking
We're not
around.
beating anywhere
Not
near it.
beating anyone.
So you you enter the house, and as you walk in, it's oddly bare. There's like nothing on the walls except for this pure like obsidian that goes back. Occasionally you'll see there are pillars like that. They're like pillar like tables that like are clearly display cases. And walking through, you see that there are different rings set on top of them. And you, as you're walking through, you recognize the Dioria family crest on one of the rings. You recognize one from the Bank of Gehenna. You recognize even there's one for every family that you can identify. There's everything except for one for Grast. There is even one for the Menelephis. Signet
What
ring.
are these?
They're signet rings that are usually used to do wax stamps for work orders and official seals and things like that.
Okay. So he's stolen all of these.
He seems to have made he's trying to... You definitely get the idea that there's an impression trying to be made here as you walk past each one of them. Them be the only things to look at all in this entrance room.
Yeah, basically means he can take anything.
And then as you walk through, you notice there are no other rooms in this house, and and it just soon it opens up into this large, like you would assume it was a ballroom or a courtroom, except for inside of it there's only like a single like pillar raised up, and then kind of crouching over the top of it, you see the form of Zorulkoth as he kind of like sits in as he looks down. He's like,
Hello, Nisat. Come on in. Tell me, you want to kill Menelephis, and that is quite interesting to me.
and he kind of like hops down and flaps his wings and kind of flutters down to the floor.
Do sit.
And you look around, and there's nothing to sit on.
I'm good. Yes.
Very well. Tell me. How are you killing him?
Well, we're finding a way in, and I'm going to remove his head from his shoulders as painful as possible.
Decapitation? Always effective? And what do you ask of the Ustranik family?
Well, I don't want my household back after I kill him.
Really?
And I figured you might want to expand your power a bit more. Maybe take his place.
Oh, I would take his place in not a heartbeat. What would be the cost of such a boon to this family?
Hang on, I'm thinking. You can have the estate, you can have whatever you find left in it after we're through. I just need help.
There are.
Item to kill him.
Bloodscale is going to actually walk up behind Zephyr real quick. There's one contract that will at least need to be null and voided.
One contract.
Possibly
contract?
more, I do not know.
What are the contracts
However-
for?
Mesnos. The bookkeeper.
Servants?
Yeah.
I need no servants. My family is large.
And he puts out his hands and he's like,
And with this boon and supposed thing, I would ask only one thing.
join my family, and we will take them together.
What do you mean by join?
Become one of the Ustranek. We are not a family of blood, but we are a family of accomplished. We are a family who finds and scraps out our place. We are a family of determined, and you seem very determined.
I don't plan on staying on this plane.
Oh, it is not for your benefit, but for ours. For we can say that Nifset, once fallen, stood and became Ustranok and overcame Menelephis. And to never forget that we are made of those who you would
destroy are those you would forget and leave behind. We are the forgotten that will eat you, and we will eat all, as we have eaten, or will eat Menelaus. If not, you die of Neefset of your own house, and we did our best.
You have it. Be
Excellent.
part of the family.
Welcome to the family, then. Let me see your hand. We'll shake on it.
Shake it.
As you put out your hand, he reaches out, and then with his thumb, he simultaneously cuts one hand with his thumbnail and spins and cuts yours with the other, and then grabs your hand. And as he does, and he puts his hand to yours, there's a small, like, sizzling sound. It doesn't hurt, but something happens as the bloods kind of mix between yours and his, and then he lets go. He's like,
Welcome, Zephyrustronik. You will serve. We will accomplish much together. Now tell me, what? Once you know your plan, that is great, but, well, you want to kill him clearly for what he did to your family, but there's a mention of this Mesnos person. Who is this Mesnos to you?
Family.
Then we will extend our family to him as well.
Only by his choice.
Let me know when, and I will provide whatever appropriate at the time, whether it be distraction, whether it be something more direct. I look forward to it.
I've been gone for a long time. What do you think Grass would think about this?
Oh, the ineffable will of Grast is not something I pretend to know. Or something I would even take a stab at guessing. And he kind of looks around nervously at his name, though do not speak his name unless you wish to draw his eye.
I'm trying to make it entertaining for him. I know he likes entertainment.
Remember that, then. If you think it's going to be something worth his while, make sure you mention it. It gets a better chance of him seeing what you do. But if you wish not to be seen, do not utter it.
It's fair.
Very well, Menelaus. I had not seen this coming. This is a great boon for a great day. A great boon for a great day.
"Are you hungry?"
Nope, we're good.
You will not break bread with me, then?
Do I have any bread in my pack? Hang on,
I don't know, do you?
I do.
Bloodscale is a fuck ton of rations, actually.
Okay, so we'll grab one of ours and we'll offer it up between us. I'll break bread with you.
Excellent, all of you. Come sit with my new family, the Ostranik. We welcome you to our house in the name of our new daughter, Zephyr.
And then he goes and he just breaks the bread into even pieces and hands them out.
He's like, this bread indicates the life that we all need, taken from the land and raised and destroyed and reborn again as bread, as once we all will be reborn into something better, for the old us will always die, and the new us can be Uthronik if you wish. Join my family and I will help make you greater than you are. But your families might be greater still. Never forget that you change, as I never forget I will change. But I will always be the father you deserve.
And he eats it like in his and then kind of like, and then there's just like crumbs everywhere on the floor. And at this point, like, you all have to like hunker down around him. There's no furniture, there's no nothing. So you guys are all kind of like hunkered down, holding your bits of bread as he devours this and makes this weird little speech.
Can I do an inside check about all this and see if he's
Sure.
see
I'm
just
going
see if he's
Well,
Go ahead, yeah.
Doing it now after you already fucking shook a blood oath, you idiot.
pretty much. She's not quite in her right space.
Of course, you had to do that while I was taking a pee, so I couldn't tell you. No.
All right. He's hard to read.
Right now.
He seems ridiculously happy to help. It's super weird, but he seems pretty genuine, even though he's very hard to read because of his face.
Guys, I'm so glad we found a friendly person in the abyss.
Bloodscale's eyes have literally rolled out of his skull.
Let me get those for you.
Yes.
Just
We
chasing down the
require a
hallway.
place to stay while you wait for information.
Nope.
No,
Very
we can
well.
find our own lodgings.
Daughter, you will do well. We will kill Menelephis. Let me know when your plan is coming to fruition. Let me know if you need anything. We will do everything for family.
Do you know where Six Fingers is?
6 Fingers? Yes, 6 Fingers is at the front gates. You look for the large gold building. I can take you if you wish.
I don't want to get too distracted because I just kind of kill him.
Sorry, what'd you say? I didn't hear it.
I'm not speaking as Zephyr. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
Cable. Yeah, basically I just want to kill him, but I don't want to distract from the task at hand, so we're just gonna
Gotcha.
call it for now.
And as you say 6 Fingers, he's like, why? Oh, are you going under the guise of a new slave or servant? I can...
won't. That man look at me.
Oh. Very well. Let me know your business of 6 Finger and I may help. Just don't do
Right.
anything that would embarrass the family. Zephyr, my
We'll see.
daughter.
After. Alright, yeah, we're gonna leave.
Leaving so soon, my daughter? Well, in that case, I will see you when you return. I await your return eagerly. And you guys exit out of the same way you came, just this bare, stone, obsidian-like hallway. And exit the house of Usternik.
Are you?
Well, that was intense, crying out loud.
Bloodscale's
are you-
resisting the urge to slap Zephyr in the back of the head.
Are you not worried about how well that went? Because I feel like that went too well.
So you're part of a family now? What does that mean?
Could mean a number of things, but yes, we have.
Was that part necessary, though?
He snapped us down like twigs. He
That's
nearly killed us all in one swoop.
And we
No, I
literally already have an entire order with us. And whatever.
I just
Make
didn't know if
whatever
you needed to become a
feel.
family or not. I really don't know these guys. They seem... That guy... I mean, if they're all like him, it's going to be quite the fucking... You know, Festivus.
I mean, the good news is, and there's good news.
Take over the Niefzet estate. He gets power out of this. He can replace Menelephis. That's all they care about is power.
Probably could have done that without becoming family, you idiot.
I mean, there's good news though, right? Because the good news is, by that point, we'll already have experience of coming to the abyss and rescuing a tiefling. So we'll just do it a second time.
Mesnos probably will know of a way to counteract whatever stupid fucking deal just happened.
Alright, so
We
what
could
do we
tr-
do next?
Wait for the flint.
Well, that'll be tomorrow, right?
Is
Was there
anybody else?
anything- Sorry.
I'm sorry. I just have a quick question for the DM. The Mirror Lake Brewery. That was just a brewery. There were no rooms.
It seemed to be, yeah, just a brewery,
Okay.
no rooms or anything like that.
Can always go ask her new dad if we can camp in the backyard.
He
Well,
did
we
offer
could.
lodgings.
Alright. Go back and ask if we could use the backyard.
So as you enter, and he's like, "An unexpected pleasure to see you again, my daughter. You wish rooms, then?"
We have our own. We just need a place to.
Ah, yes, a place on the estate. Unfortunately, my estate does not have particular lands, but the roof gardens I would offer you. Come. And with that, he like gestures around to him, and you see behind the throne, he pushes the obsidian aside, and you see that it is a curtain-like material that's been enchanted to look like obsidian. And as he pulls it aside, there's this spiral wooden staircase that goes upwards. And as you follow him up the staircase, it eventually opens up, and there's a garden on the roof. There are several of the Zinrator forest like viper trees. All seem to be resting at this point. There's about 4 of them on top of here in different areas. There's this weird, strange, like kind of purple-looking grass that's growing most of the place, and then a stone walkway between one of those blue braziers in the middle, keeping it pretty nice and cool up here. It is nature you seek, child, or a place to sleep, and this is one of the best I have to offer.
Thank you.
Of course, anything for family. And he bows out and goes back down the stairs.
Okay, so we gonna pitch the tent, or are we gonna pitch the fortress?
Tent, because a giant fortress showing up out of nowhere on top of this is fucking obvious.
Perfect.
Let's
So
set up the tent.
you guys pitch up the tent and kind of head in, and once again greeted by the spectral servants looking after every need. Kind of set up dinner for you. The horses and the carriage are still in there, still being taken care of. They give you a report letting you know that they have, while rolled up, the pasture has been created, and the horses have been running around and exercising in the meantime.
This tent was worth every penny you spent, sir.
So
Absolutely.
can things get in this tent if they're not invited?
Well, if they come through the door, of course they would be, well, met by us, and it would depend on how forcefully they try to enter.
Can you see invisible things?
I can.
Is there a way to like temporarily remove the door?
Absolutely, sir. And he waves
I
his
think
hand.
tonight we're gonna remove the door.
Very well. And he just waves his hand, and the door, gone.
That should make it a bit harder anyway.
Excellent. Yes, a tear would be quite catastrophic.
Triple the guard!
Absolutely,
Seriously,
sir.
just have people wandering around. Oh,
You see about 15 of the spectral servants kind of all appear, and they're all, instead of wearing the usual servants like with the tails and white gloves, these are all wearing armor, and they're all standing, and they kind of float by in perfect synchronization back and forth and up and down.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
fucking love this tent.
Perfect. Okay, so Zephyr, you head up to your bed. Is anybody doing anything with this this night or time?
I'm gonna go to Bloodscale when we go to bed. Is Zephyr going? Did Zephyr go to her room, or is she crashing in our?
She went by herself.
Yeah, you go to your room, and
I think
once
Shannon's
again-
gonna call her a fucking moron.
once again, Mesnos's bed is there, ready and waiting as you enter in. But you find your bed, and it is still as comfortable as ever.
So, Blood Bro,
Yes, Bird Bro.
I need a huge favor. You're not gonna
Okay.
like me asking it. You're probably gonna tell me no. You're probably gonna call me an idiot, but I still need you to do it.
I'm listening.
Okay, so I got this metal shithead in me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like Selazat has a grudge against Menelefith.
Mm-hmm.
Selazat knows what's good for her. She'll make sure that we get to Menelefith. Specifically, make sure I get to Menelefith. But if I die, don't take my body out of the abyss. Chuck it in the river of salt. Whatever. Just leave it here. Give it to the ferryman, whatever. You can find my soul on the elemental plane. Don't let my body and Selazet leave this.
What if it bursts out of you to attack Nikoloths? It's no longer in you.
I mean, that'd be totally different, but
See? That's
then-
what I needed to know.
no, but then kill it because it probably killed me, and then definitely make sure it doesn't get near me, and then cart my body off somewhere else. But if I die and that thing's still in me, chuck my body into the river of salt. You can find my soul on the air elemental.
Alright.
And don't
I'm grabbing
let
your
Zephyr-
bow and shit, though.
Nothing metal.
Your bow's made out of fucking bone.
I know, just nothing metal. I don't want to getting out. That's the most important thing.
Alright.
Zephyr's gonna fight you. Just punch her in the face.
I want to anyways.
That was a lot easier than I thought this was gonna be. All right. Well, good night.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable request. It'd be
That's why-
shitty, but it seems like a reasonable request.
That's why I came to you.
If you want, your bed is still here. Feel free.
Oh no, for sure. I'm staying here.
Alright.
I'm gonna go check on Zephyr, and then I'm gonna go check on.
Tell her I said she's dumb.
Anybody else doing anything before he checks in?
I don't think so.
Get down. Jesus.
Okay. All right. You walk into Zephyr's room.
Actually, I'm just gonna sneak up to the door and listen.
Okay. Zephyr, what are you doing?
Maybe breaking shit.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of frustrating because you'll pick up something and then break it, and then throw it on the ground, and then look back to where it was, and it's instantly back to where it should be, instantly clean, instantly held in order. It is incredibly frustrating with wanting to break something, how clean and magically organized this place is.
That's about all I'm doing. If nobody comes in, I'll actually sleep.
Once she kind of quiets down and I realize that she's actually getting sleep, I'll head back.
Okay. All right. With that, all of you can mark a long rest. Zilgrat included. He's
And
just
then,
been-
Yay.
Perfect. And the next morning you wake and yeah, that door's still missing. You guys seemingly unperturbed.
That seemingly worries me.
Butler guard,
Yes, sir.
Corporal Butler.
Yes,
Are you a
sir.
captain? Captain.
Captain Butler.
Anything? Anything to report?
Nothing, sir. It was a quiet night. We patrolled the room a total of 487 times.
This is amazing. I love this tent. Next time you see
Numbers.
Vicer, tell him that this tent is amazing, and that the rest of the Dawnforged company greatly appreciates his investments, and his patience, and his magic.
Absolutely, sir.
Nice. I'm right
Vicer,
here.
Oh,
even,
gosh.
even though you're right there, the servant turns to you and he's like, Vicer, sir. And he just repeats word for word exactly what is just said.
Even the slight stutter.
Even the
I
slight
mean-
stutter, everything, it's
Thumbs up behind the guard butler.
I just walk into the kitchen and have him follow me. Bacon, coffee, now.
absolutely,
Thank
sir.
you.
And
Anybody else
bacon,
want blackberry pie? I'm getting blackberry pie. How about you?
would you prefer it in a crepe form, sir?
No.
Pie it is.
Ah, you know what? Yes. That sounds good.
Crepes
Fuck
it is. Excellent. And then so, like, you all, get your various breakfasts get going, and it's a really delicious meal, as always. And, yeah, get ready for the day. And then, at what point would you like the door, sir?
I'm gonna actually ask for Right, I'll be right back.
Sorry, you asked for what? It was breaking up there.
I'm gonna ask for them to open the door and tell everybody I'll be right back.
Absolutely. And then the door appears and you head out in the garden. You see the snake trees are up, and there seems to be these kind of very thin-looking devils of some sort. You can't tell if they might be shadow demons, but it's hard to tell exactly what they are because they're in such bad shape. They are actively holding up these... it's a strange-looking fruit and throwing it up to the trees where the snakes are grabbing the fruit and then eating it as you walk by to the stairs.
Bloodscale is obviously following.
Bloodscale's right
I'm
behind.
gonna stealthily follow.
Stealth check.
I'm gonna go talk
Is it shadowy out?
to again.
What? Oh, is it shadowy? No, you're at the top of the building. Once you get inside, it'll be shadowy.
Okay. Then.
Just roll at advantage. I'll take the advantage after you go inside.
Oh, it's for the deep. -5 if it's for non-shadowy areas.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect.
Oh yeah, I'm at advantage. Shit. That's a sleight of hand. I don't know why that rolled sleight of hand.
That's funny.
The modifier's the same though.
Okay, that works. Oh yeah, that's way higher than I think they can even roll, let alone their passive. So, you are shadowing quite nicely, the two of them. Where are you headed, Zephyr?
I'm headed to talk to Zulrich.
Perfect. As you enter, it's into come, daughter. I hope you slept well.
What exactly does me being family?
What does what does it mean to be family with anyone? The family is here for you, and you are there for the family in times of need when we come together.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that distant daughter that only shows.
You may be whichever part of this family you can. It is not up to us to tell you how to be family, but knowing that you're family is enough.
I was just curious.
Of course. I'm surprised you didn't ask sooner. Most do ask before accepting. Though we are excited to have you as family, especially from a family so once revered in this place.
I'm not necessarily thinking about me anymore, so.
That is good. Those who think of their family first can go far in this world, as well as their family bring them with them, so that we all climb together.
The family I came in with, those are my closest bonds. Don't try to tear me from them.
Oh, every child. Most children marry into another family and create their own. There is no jealousy here. We would welcome them if they came into ours, but know that each comes from their own. Well, what is family if no decision is made is weaker? Those who choose create a stronger family together.
True.
Yes,
We'll
it
bid
is.
you adieu. We're gonna be packing up soon.
Very well, daughter. Well, may Grat's favor shine on you this day as we learn what is to be. And he gives you a small bow, like just a nod of his head kind of bow.
I do the same.
Perfect. You two following hear all of that. There's no, you know.
I go back in and I bump into Bloodscale.
Yeah, your turn. You're at Bloodscale's like right there.
Who's just standing there staring at this guy whose name I cannot pronounce off the top of my head?
That's okay. Just call him father.
I did not agree to join his family. Fuck it.
So call him stepfather.
I did not have a mother that married into this family.
All step parents are real parents. I'm just zazzing.
I think in-law would be the
I
closest.
go back upstairs to collect everybody so we can get moving because she's
Perfect.
impatient.
After she leaves, Bloodscale just looks at the guy and goes, "Don't fuck with my family."
Why would I fuck with my own family?
I'm just saying it.
Sometimes it has to be said. Other times it's
Exactly.
left to trust.
We're in the abyss, so there's not much to trust.
I take it where I can find it.
And then Bloodscale leaves.
Remember? Yep. Yeah.
When
Uza,
Bloodscale leaves, I'm gonna come out of the. Oh, sorry. Unless he was about to do something.
Nope.
Okay.
After a brief pause, I'll just come out of hiding, wave,
He
walk
nods.
back to
to
the tent.
you.
Does he seem surprised at all that I was there?
Not really, no.
God damn it!
He's
Okay, it's all right. I'm getting a good baseline.
He's one of the head demon houses known for sneaking into other houses and stealing shit from them. Yeah, he did notice you.
Okay, that's fair. But he's
Perfect.
not mad about it.
Did he
No.
seem slightly impressed?
Yeah. In general, what was his reaction?
Make an insight check.
Okay, I could do that. 22.
So as he nods, you do see like the lips come together in a yeah sort of gesture. Like you kind of get the I like what you're doing here sort of vibe from him.
All right. I feel good about that, and then I immediately feel bad about feeling good about that.
He has that effect. I hope anyway.
So I'm basically gonna be like trying to get everybody rushing to get out of the tent so that we can go
Perfect.
Where are we going?
back to the bar so that we can see the Flynn order.
If they have shit ready, we don't know how long it's gonna take them.
They said meet us back there same time, so probably late morning is when we met them originally.
Okay, so let's find a shop.
Closer to mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. Okay, so we've got time to kill.
Yeah.
Looking for a shop. Oh, on our way back down through the house, I'll ask Zelkoth where some good markets are.
That
bit.
depends.
Potions.
Are you dealing in gold or are you dealing in souls?
Soul gems.
Soul gems. In that case, you want to head nearer the gates than farther away. The marketplace near the Six Finger Estate is one that deals more in those particular bits. If you go down by the bay, depending on what you're looking for, you're more likely to find something to be able to be bought with gold, but the quality by far is better near the entrance of the city.
Yep, so we're gonna do that then.
Oh, and Data, one other thing before you go. And he throws, at this point, he throws you like this small bit of metal. And as you catch it, there's a symbol of the house. And it's just this grinning face that looks a lot like Zulrokoth's. And it's just this kind of black grinning demon face on this silvered on the front and gold on the back. Make sure you flip it over or else they won't know it's authentic.
Got it. Thank you.
And don't forget to introduce yourself as an Ustjonik, or they will know you are, or they will consider you a liar.
Alright.
Very well.
Zephyr's
safe,
just collecting
daughter.
names like Uza.
Right. Zephyr
That's
the
my thing.
Ustranok.
Yeah, you should probably actually update your sheet.
Oh, I should. Shit. Yeah, that's true.
All right. So, you guys head out onto the streets of Zelatar, heading out. Which direction?
Towards where I can spend the soul gem.
Perfect. Okay, towards the gate market. So you guys head towards the gate market, following the river back towards the entrance, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight because I needed to gather so much information before I knew what happened next, and this was great for that. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and end there. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Dusky, how's it going, dude? Hope to play games or something soon. I don't know. Other than that, yeah, we'll be back next week. Say we have a raid target. I keep forgetting that part of this whole thing.
No.
Okay. Let me look real quick. See who we got. If anybody's rolling right now that I know of. But yeah, did anybody have any questions? I know it was kind of.
I do have one question,
Yeah.
and this is more of a rules lawyering question.
Yeah.
My bow is magical, and it does magical damage.
Yeah.
Would silvered arrows make any difference whatsoever?
Only against like enemies that are weak to silvered.
Like werewolves.
You already have the gear to get past any resistances that like taking a normal blade and putting silver on the edge.
Exactly.
Right.
Past.
So I don't have to worry about getting silvered arrows like the guy from the Flint Order suggested.
Exactly. Yeah.
I figured. I just wanted to make sure I didn't misunderstand.
No, he was basically saying if you're using a short sword that's just fucking steel, it's not going to do as much.
Yeah, basically, he had to. He recognized that there's going to be extra things that are needed. Like you can't just use the weapons that you normally use in this situation. So he has to go buy and equip himself.
So it was a flex
thing. Not really. No, he was trying. They were trying to honestly let you know the cost.
Okay.
You can assassinate any human with a normal blade. We're not assassinating humans, so.
He was talking. Okay, I misunderstood. He's talking about buying silvered weapons for his troop.
Yeah,
not telling us to get silvered weapons.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was saying basically, I need to go buy shit and get outfitted. If you need anything, let me know. I can get you a discount.
Okay.
Well, I think I also got the Ustranik discount going for me now, so.
I mean, there are benefits.
And downfalls.
All right. So
level 14, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You know what? With everything that you guys have been through and all of this, I'm going to have you guys go and level up to level 15.
Shit.
Because with the massive demon fight, all of the fights and everything to get through hell, you guys were clever as shit to get around a few things and then just navigating this fucking place. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys level 15 for now. Mark it off, level up, and so level...
For now, it sounds like it's going away.
We'll see how you guys do.
We'll see how badly we're cursed.
We'll go ahead and raid Guilty Cosplay. She's awesome. She's done charity streams and stuff with friends who roll dice and all that good stuff. So we'll go ahead and throw a raid their way. So yeah, hang out, say hi to them, and if nothing else, yeah. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you next Tuesday to find out what happens with the Dawnforged Company.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot there's like 5 seconds.
There's
away,
a
so.
spell called Abi Dalzim's Horrid Wilting. I thought it said writing. It's like, that's bad handwriting. Fucking necromancy, bro. Incendiary cloud. Mwah.